tirelessly. Hello and welcome to this week's Rebellious Business Show. We're still sharing. Oh, I can still see your screen, Cordelia, Kate. There we are. Some beautiful faces of the rebels. Oh, sorry, I spoke over you.
That's okay. Don't worry.
Oh, good. Welcome. Welcome to your show, Cordelia. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. I bloody love a Wednesday.
Me too. Well, this is the Rebellious Business Show, your weekly. Wait, hang on. Where have I lost myself? Your midweek pick me up. We do games, we do training, and we bring the rebels together. So welcome to all the rebels that are in a live audience. Hello to everyone on the socials, on Facebook. We would love it if you are watching right now to drop the rebel emoji in the chat to let us know you're there. Also, it's time to get your face out there. So just comment, share, like, subscribe. Oh, we've got this video is going out all over socials. So we have so many different buttons for you to interact with. But whatever the button is, wherever you are, Facebook, YouTube, Insta, press one of the buttons, the good ones. And it will help us get to know you better. And also, yeah, we just love that. Yeah. So have I missed anything, Cordelia?
I don't think so. Just a jolly, bloody, marvellously good hello to all the rebels. It's great to have you here. And so lovely to see. For those of you that don't know or haven't been around here very long and don't know the inside scoop of what sort of the evolution process of this show is, because I mean, you've all got a lot going on. Why would you? We relaunched this show quite a few weeks ago now, and we did it live. Like, we just came up with ideas and tested them live. And because of that, we stopped promoting the fact that this show was happening. And so we just had our core rebels who are, you know, in our membership, and also the ones that are just regular and just come all the time, show up. And we just tested it live with them. And we're now in the next phase where we are promoting this and getting people to come along. And so it's really awesome to see some new faces. Ollie is here with us on Zoom. Helen is here with us on Zoom. Mark is back again. Haven't seen you for a while, and it's really good to see you guys. And hello to everybody else. John, Rafi, Martin, Julia, Nikki, not forgetting you guys either. Thank you for being here with us. And if I have missed any names, please forgive me. I just did a quick run through of the list, and I might have missed a few off. Also, hello to everyone on the socials. It's great to see you over there. Please engage with us
mute
in the comments. So,
sorry.
Should we kick things off?
Well, let's explain quickly what is going on this week's show. It's been a busy morning. As always on the show, we have different elements to the show to help connect you, to help support you, and also, like we said, to give you that midweek pick me up. So our first segment, basically, we're going to do some awkward questions. Jennifer's going to come forward, ask Cordelia and I a question that is posed by the rebels of the Rebellious Business Network. And that we don't know what's going to come with that. It's a spontaneous thing, kind of to put us on edge a little bit and help you guys see the faces behind the brand. It's important. We're all about human connection. We also have a training segment coming up where Cordelia is going to be helping you turn contacts into clients. Really, really important. Anyone networking and building up their contact list, that is going to be something very special for you. And of course, we have another, what is it? Another what? Another
round.
Another round. There we go. Another round of Rebel in the Spotlight, where we have reigning champion, John Denley, who has surprised us all. He is going to be, because I thought we'd be able to see right through him. So the pressure's on.
I love how you just insult everybody that plays Rebel in the Spotlight. It's brilliant. They're lying, they're liars, they're sing through them and all the things.
It is the part of the show where, you know, we bring out the worst parts of the Rebels, which isn't that bad. You know, this is the worst you get, and that's okay. But we've got John coming back to try and bluff his way through the Rebel in the Spotlight and a new panelist, because he's going through our panelists like mad. So hopefully this panel can see what's happening. So we'll be doing Rebel in the Spotlight there, and you'll also get to meet the Rebels who have their own businesses, and we're going to be providing links so that if you think their service is of value to you and you would like to get your hands on some resources that they're sharing or would like to follow them, depending on what they're offering, we've got that for you. We would love to elevate our rebels and help you find businesses that are in line with the needs that you have. So that's what we've got coming up today. So now we need to bring Jennifer forwards, because Jennifer, even though I've been told I overtook Jennifer's place last week. I was really mean. We had a new guest on and we were, working through that process, and I took Jennifer's role and it was really not nice of me. But you're back, thank God.
Back.
You're back.
Back once again from the Renegade Master. Sorry,
hello, Mark.
So Jennifer has one of Jennifer's many million roles is that she is an awkward question gatherer. She spends her week gathering awkward questions from you guys inside the Rebellious Business Network and inside our membership. She's created a link that she shares where you can anonymously ask us a question that you think will be awkward for us to answer on screen. We actually don't know what the questions are. Jennifer, she seeks quite a lot of pleasure in a couple of things on this show. Number one, not telling us what the awkward question is going to be. And number two, not letting us know whether the rebel in the spotlight has a story that is true or false. So, well, there we go. So I don't know what you're going to ask me, Jennifer, ask us. But what is today's awkward question?
This one's a really good one. I'm really excited about this one. Okay, so it involves you both to have your phones out.
Oh my
God.
No,
okay. Oh no, I think I know what you're going to do.
Slight problem. My phone is the webcam.
I'm not doing this. I'm not taking two for the team.
I'm going to have to switch cameras. 1 second.
All right, we'll start with Caroline.
Oh no.
I'm really excited for this, actually. Okay, so there's no cheating, no hiding anything, okay?
Oh God, okay.
Leave your phone alone, Cordelia.
What is this? Oh my God.
What was the last thing you Googled?
Oh, last thing I Googled?
Yeah.
How do we find that out?
When?
How do you find that out?
I'm having a panic attack.
I just go to Google and it's there. I'm going to tell you. This is brilliant.
I don't Google anything. Listen, but I have to say, the majority of things are chat GPT these days. The juicy things, anyway, just to let you all know.
Well, this is really funny.
Go on, Caroline.
I'm so glad. Right? Last thing I Googled is when did Parliament take over from the monarchy?
Oh shit.
And I have like a new fact. Guess what I found out yesterday? I mean, some of you will know, like some of you historians will know. In England, we had 9 years without a monarch. We had 9 years without a monarch. There was a revolution in like the 1600s and Parliament took over. I'll tell you why I've gone down this road. Parliament took over. We had 9 years without a king or queen. It is like 1680 to 1689 or something like that. And then it was all hell broke loose. And then we're like, bring him back. So we had 9 years where we were a republic for 9 years in the 1600s. No one seems to be anywhere near as enthusiastic about that as me.
The 1600s is completely unrelatable. It's like it could be in Mars, like it's like the 1600s. It's quite a long time ago.
I think that's only like 8 people ago.
I'm gonna prove mine. By sharing screen.
I want to see what the reactions are to that. That's so funny. Oh, I just got a morning. No, I've gone to history.
I've just gone to my history, right? I'm gonna go one step further and just share my history with you all. How about that?
Oh,
but only because I've just looked at it and it's okay. Yeah, the last thing that I was Googling was about blood types. I was in bed last night reading about my blood type on my NHS app, and I was like, oh, positive. What does that mean? And bearing in mind, I used to be a nurse. I should know these things. I've delivered many a blood transfusion, and I can't remember a single thing. And also, the dog has been jumping up as you can see. So yeah, there we go.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you, ladies. That was rather... that wasn't awkward
Boring.
at all.
It was at first.
It was scary at first. Because
Okay.
so I was watching this documentary yesterday about the Nazis, and it was really interesting because they've got all this old footage, but they've added colour to it now. So there's like colour images of like a colour footage of World War II. It's really weird. It made it feel very recent. I'm like, oh geez Louise. And then we were just talking because we were like, did Germany have a king or queen? And then so that's how I went down the rabbit hole, because I was like, when did they? Anyway, so they lost their monarchy. Anyway, I'm not going, but that's the start of what happened, because we were like, was Hitler a dictator? Like what was his role? He wasn't the prime minister. But anyway, turns out he was a dictator. There was no king because they'd gone, and we also had a period where we didn't have a king or queen. So yeah.
I love that we've got someone in the chat going, yay, I'm O+ blood type as well. And we've got someone else saying, should have gone for the last WhatsApp you sent or picture you took.
I agree.
Well, listen, shoulda, woulda, coulda. All of you can ask us these questions. If you think you've got a better question, Jennifer, how can they? I'm
dropping in the link now.
So what is this link? What does it do? Give us a description of the link.
So this link that I'm about to drop in allows you to ask these two, so Cordelia and Caroline, any question. It can be any question, but I would ideally want it to be as awkward as possible, where we just got the reaction that we did from both of them, like, oh shit, what was my last thing I googled? So yeah, let's make it really awkward, and it can be what you guys are saying.
Terrifying.
Yeah, exactly that. And it can be, what was the last photo they took? Oh, so yeah, I've dropped the link in the Zoom chat, and I'll put it everywhere on socials too.
Now we know. Before the show, it's like, take a selfie, Cordelia.
Yeah, just always prepare to take a picture of a mug or something.
You guys will forget, because I'm not gonna, if it comes in and it's for next week, I'm not gonna time it like that. You guys, because I've got loads of questions.
What do you work for?
I like to keep it spicy.
Do you know what, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jennifer. She is my sister, and she's like a sister. Like, she does sister things. Truth is, Jennifer's not my blood sister. Some of you probably know us really well and are wondering. Not my blood sister. We are sisters from we are sisters from previous marriage, but we remain sisters because we were sisters from that marriage since we were 16, and we've been through hell and high water together and all the things. Full story another time. But she does behave very much like a sister, like any bloody sister would. And I remember we were on a photo shoot, and Katie Needle, who's done all my photos, is our amazing Katie Needle, came up with this idea that that Jennifer and Alex Franklin, who is used to work for me back then, Jennifer and Alex Franklin would stand either side of me, and whilst Katie was taking pictures, they would throw pink poster paint at me, right, to just cover me in pink paint. And I was wearing like hair in a high up bun and like a little corporate black dress. And the idea was to, like, you know, just to sort of be rebellious and like ditch the corporate mask. That was the message. So her and Alex Franklin were throwing this poster paint at me, and you could tell. I wish I had the photo to hand. I might find it in a minute and share screen. You could tell which side of me Jennifer was standing on, right? I'll tell you why you could tell. Because that side was very, very, very pink. She really, really enjoyed completely covering me in pink paint. And she was really sad it was over when it finished. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And there's another time before Cordelia started an online business. Do you recall the time that I took your phone from you and I posted some random messages on Facebook on your profile?
No, it wasn't random messages. I was actually running an online business. It was affiliate marketing back then, and I was building my online audience, and it was small, but it was mighty. And you decided to take a picture of my feet because I'd been walking around in the garden barefoot, right? And my feet were black. And you took a picture of my feet and you published them on Facebook, on my Facebook account. And
business page.
Not the business page, the personal profile, which is even bloody worse. Everybody that I was friends with in the SFM would have been able to see them, you know? Right, I've got this picture here. I've got it up.
What, the black feet?
Is that a good example? And then we will crack on because we've got a lot to do. It's actually not as bad as I remember it, to be fair, but it's just like, you know, this side of me, that was Jennifer. Look how delicate Alex was with her little Jennifer. She went ham on me with that poster paint. Anyway, thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Much appreciate. Adios. Love you lots. Ciao.
I love how we're getting everyone's blood types now. This is very useful. I don't know my blood type. Yeah, I know.
Mark, no, that wasn't my promo pic. Not that one. That was another one. Katie loves throwing pink stuff at me. So yeah, many different types of variations of me covered in pink stuff. Caroline, what the devil are we doing now, darling?
Well, we're definitely ahead of schedule. If we have to do more activities, like the phone searching, we may have to do 2 of them in that segment. I did actually wonder whether we should add like news of the week, because like we don't have to necessarily spend 15 minutes answering awkward questions.
Well, but I've got some bloody good news. Shall I share that?
Yeah, I think so. Let's share the news of the week.
Hang on, can we get some papers?
Papers.
I want some papers.
Oh, do we need to get like? Yeah, we need.
These are papers. These are my kids' drawings. This is the news of the week.
It's a very good drawing.
Yeah, Syra is an absolute artist. She's very, very good.
That.
Well, this week's news is the fact that tomorrow I have a training that I've been working my bloody butt off to create for everybody because you guys asked for it and we haven't delivered this before. And I thought I need to create this training because people need to know about this. It's something that I have done really well at previously to having my own community, tapping into other people's communities and getting clients from those connections I've made in those communities is something that is really simple and really straightforward, but something that a lot of people struggle with. Admins, they block posts. You're not allowed to promote yourself. You can get banned, you can get shunned, you can get shamed for promoting your business in other people's communities. And also, you don't really want to tread on anybody's toes because, well, it's awkward and you're not that kind of person. But Facebook groups and other types of communities are gold mines, especially before you have built yourself a really big, juicy audience, because they are ready-made audiences for you to tap into. And so, of course, it's a fantastic way to start building your audience and start getting a really good band of numbers behind you so you can stand on that and leverage that and get clients from that. So tomorrow, Thursday, the 26th of September, at 1 p.m. UK time, I'm running a training called How to Get Clients from Other People's Facebook Groups, even when you can't promote yourself. And I've got some really practical, tangible, straightforward, but very effective strategies that I'm going to share with you. These are things that I have done previously to having Rebellious Business. These are things that I have taught my clients to do. And these are things that we teach our clients to do in terms of leveraging the Rebellious Business Network. Really valuable training. We've got currently about 80 people registered for it, which I'm super excited for. Standard conversion rates mean that probably 40 will turn up at that point, which is great. So I look forward to seeing all your fresh faces tomorrow at 1 p.m. But if you haven't heard about it and if you haven't registered for it, that is happening tomorrow at 1 p.m. And I will drop the link everywhere because this was really unscheduled and planned to talk about it. And so the team are not prepped with linkage. Jennifer, link in the Zoom chat. Please, could you pass on to the socials?
Oh, that's brilliant. I think that's a really important value for people. Getting clients from Facebook groups, like goldmine for me. It worked really, really well. I was lucky. I was able to promote my services because I was in the Rebellious Business Network and I was working with you and I was able to promote myself. So that was great. It was an absolute, well, it got my business off the ground. So really valuable training there. Charlene asked, will it be recorded? I'm with family all day. Oh, that's lovely.
I am going to record it. I think just to make the replay easy. Yeah, but just register and you'll get a replay sent out to you for sure. So absolutely. No, clear your diaries, ladies and gentlemen. Prioritize attending live. Yeah,
do it around your family.
But we'll be sending the replay out to those that register. So just hit that link up and register and you will get the replay.
All right. Well, we've now done news of the week. We've done our awkward questions and it's time to give some value. So this part of the Rebellious Business Show is where we deliver value, training, like insights to help you get clients, grow your business, grow your audience, all the things that you need to do if you are networking and growing your contacts. So Cordelia is going to be delivering this week's training session, and it is going to be on. Do you want to open it now? Shall I hand it over to you?
Yeah, why not?
I'm handing it over to you. Introduce yourself.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Cordelia. This is our 15-minute challenge. Am I being timed? Have you dropped the rules? Is it relaxed? Can I just do what I want?
No, you cannot do what you want. You have 15 minutes. I'm just getting the timer up now. Hang on. I don't have the timer up. You have the timer up. Do you want to put the timer up on yourself?
Okay. Right, hang on.
You're going to be timering yourself.
You tell them what this is.
Okay.
Then, and
so Cordelia is going to be doing a training on how to turn contacts into clients. So if you are networking, if you are in Facebook groups, virtual networking, if you're going to networking events every week, you're building up contacts, you're building relationships, you're getting to know people. But how do you turn those into clients? How do you turn your contacts into clients? And we are going to be, Cordelia's going to be telling you how to do that.
Okay, ready, steady, off we go. So, true or false? I want you to type true or false in the chat for me. The more contacts you have, the better your chances of landing clients. The more contacts you have, the better your chances of landing clients. True or false? And whilst you drop that in the chat, I just want to let you know, Caroline's just kind of introed this, so that's great. But essentially, if you are somebody who has been networking like crazy, physically collecting business cards or online collecting LinkedIn accounts, you've been adding those connections on your socials, you've been attending events, but you're just not seeing the efforts of making friends with these people and connecting with these people translate into actual clients and revenue, then this session is tailor-made for you. We're going to dive into a really simple, foundational, effective method to turn contacts into clients. So let's see what we've got. We've got true, 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 true. Oh, we got one false from Mark Lyons. We've got someone said, just like dating, it depends if they are your target audience. Yeah, there's a lot of, it's conditionally true, I would say. Like, it's conditionally true because it's not about the quantity of your connections, right? It's about the quality of the relationships and also how you leverage them. You can have shitloads of contacts. In fact, be wary of the people you are comparing yourselves to because you don't know the actual quality of the followers that they have. You might look at someone's Instagram following and go, bloody hell, they've got 50,000 followers. I've only got 600. But the reality is that how do you know that those 60,000 followers are A, the right type of people, B, people that actually know who they are and what they do and want what the solution that they sell and all the other variables involved, because a lot of people buy followers, right? And you can buy a list of email addresses, you can buy contacts. Why do people do that? Well, to make themselves look good, to build authority. I mean, there's 100 million reasons why you should never do those things, and I'm not going to go into it right now because we don't have enough time. The timer is ticking. But also, you can run ads to your social media pages and collect followers like that. But the result, ultimately, at the end of all of that, having all those contacts can be that you're just getting zero results in terms of signing clients. The most powerful way to start building a strong and steady stream of connections by doing exactly what you're doing now, showing up, going to live events, connecting in the chat, posting online, going to networking events, all of these things that enable you to make friends and connect with people, and also make a name for yourself and make people know who you are and become a familiar face, and all these things. Collecting connections. It's quite difficult to say that, collecting connections. However, there is always a but. It's one thing to have contacts. And if you're doing all of those things and you're doing what I would call manual connecting, meeting with people on a one-to-one, meeting people on a kind of one-to-one basis, chatting in the DMs maybe, or meeting at a networking event, or replying to comments on a post, you're connecting with people on a kind of one-to-one basis. That does mean that you're probably building a good relationship with that person, because you are actually talking and connecting with them, and you becoming a well-known person to them, and they're becoming a well-known person to you. But it's one thing to have contacts. It's another thing to have clients. And so the strategy I'm going to give you today is just a simple way to turn those contacts into clients whilst keeping things casual and also connecting with potential clients on a one-to-one basis. And the reason why I'm talking about one-to-one basis, because I got an interesting piece of data the other day, well, actually the last few months, which is that, we have around 80 to 100 people join our networking event every month. And we've started, since the fantastic John Drinkwater told me that this would be helpful and I implemented it, we started using polls to kind of the idea of the polls is to get people into breakout rooms with similar people, right? And one of the things that we've noticed is that most people answer on the poll that they prefer connecting on a one-to-one basis over standing on stages and speaking to thousands. They're more excited about connecting with people one-to-one. It's 70 to 80% of you, if we take that as a general statistic. So it's okay, well, this is especially for you guys, because this is all about connecting with people one-to-one. The one-to-oneers, this is for you. Okay, so the first step then is you've got to do some digging. You've got to look around. You've got to find and collate and collect your contacts into one place. Drop it in the chat. Write the word email list if you've got an email list. Type the word not yet if you don't have one yet. There's no shame. Just email list or not yet, so I can gauge. If you've got an email list, this is something that you can do in a way with automations. It's also something that you can do with tags and segmenting your contact list. If you don't have an email list, you don't need one to do this, which is to gather all your contacts and list them in one place. Now, the places that you'll look for, if you are in kind of early stages of building an audience, you're not going to have a million people on an email list that you can just go to and go, here are the ones that clicked on the last 5 emails. They must be quite warm. We're gonna look through and it's going to be more of a manual process. So I want you to have a look at, if you've got an email list, who is on it. But if you don't have an email list, have a look at your Facebook friends, have a look at your LinkedIn connections, have a look at your phone contacts, have a look at the business cards you've got in a drawer somewhere. People do that. They collect business cards and keep them in drawers. I've seen it. And that is their contact list. Have a look at who's watching your Instagram stories, or who you've chatted to over the last year in your DM inbox. And just write down all those names, preferably on a spreadsheet, but just have a good hunt. And as you go, you're going to categorize them into whether they are hot, warm, or cold. So you're going to just create your own little kind of contact list by collating people in one place. And you're going to track communications with these people. Okay, I'm going to walk you through this, but essentially the first thing is just have a good hunt. Who are the people that you are connected to that potentially, not necessarily definitely, but potentially need your service? Who have you spoken to? Who have you connected with at networking events? Who's on your socials? Who's in the DM inbox? Have a hunt around and make yourself a list. And hopefully you get a list of 50 people, but maybe you only get a list of 5, and that's okay. You just want to basically start curating this list of people. Now we're going to categorize them into hot, warm, and cold. Hot meaning I know them, they know me, I know what they need and I can definitely help them. Warm, meaning I kind of know them, they kind of know me, but I'm not sure yet if they need what I offer, or they haven't explicitly shown interest in it. And cold being, I've met them, we've had a conversation, not really too familiar with who they are, but looks like they could need what I do, right? So you want to separate those out, because the next step relies on knowing how warm that person is. And in order to do that, you can ask your questions like, has this person showed interest in my services before? Have we had a conversation about it? Have they signed up for something I've offered? Have they commented on posts I've put out? Have I seen their name popping up in various places? Or, whether this person fits the kind of rough profile of your ideal client, or whether they could benefit from what you offer, So would you just create that list and then try and just roughly figure out whether they're hot, warm, or cold. Now, to make this process easier for you, Caroline has created a contacts to clients conversion workbook. And this workbook's got a load of things in it. First and foremost, she's created a spreadsheet template for you to be able to get these contacts down and start categorizing them. And also the next steps in terms of tracking your connections with them and tracking what's been happening with your relationship building with them. More coming on that in a minute. But she's also created a workbook that has loads of useful tips and advice in about where to, find these connections and also what to do with them once they're in your spreadsheet. So go and grab that. I think someone's going to put that in the link in the chat for you somewhere. Just look for a new link that's popping up any minute now. Okay, so now we're going to do something terrifying. You got your list of people. And we'll start with the hot ones, because the hot ones are the easy ones. There's a bit more rapport, there's a bit more certainty, but we're going to talk to them. We're going to reach out to them. And if you're cringing at the idea of messaging people about your business, about what you do, about messaging people with the intention to sell them your wares, it's probably because you've seen those awful copy paste spammy messages that are like, hi, my name's John and I'm just popping up to sell you my service on web design, and all. We want to create, we're going to reach out, but what we're going to do instead of just send spammy messages is we're going to do personal outreach, right? We're going to talk to people in the same way that we would talk to them if we bumped into them at the supermarket, or if we were stood at the bar ordering a drink and the barmaid was taking ages to come and you're like, you're Martin, aren't you? Are you in the Rebellious Business Network? Yeah, I know you. The kind of normal conversations. I find with DMs, with sending messages to people, any kind of outreach, we change the context, and it's now, instead of a person in front of you, it's a messaging box and an Instagram account. We turn into aliens. Like, completely change how we normally communicate and interact as human beings. So you want to try and visualize what you would say to someone if they were actually in front of you, and go, yeah, okay. And if it sounds like you would say that to someone, then it's okay. It passes the test. You can send it in a message. But we're going to create messages that connect with people, that start conversations, and that is what leads to conversations about sales. Let me know, be honest, how many times a week, how many people a week, drop a number in the chat or in the comments on socials, how many people a week are you messaging? How many conversations are you keeping warm? How many times are you picking up the phone and ringing potential clients and having those conversations? How many times a week? I'm not seeing any numbers coming in. Oh, here we go. Not enough. 0, 0. Yeah. This is your permission. This is your moment. This is your permission from me to say, speak to people. Speak to people. If you have telephone numbers, ring people up and have a chat. I had a client, I've gone completely off script now, but I had a client, right, that was running these webinars, and she was doing all right. She was doing all right. And we changed one thing. On the webinar thing, on the webinar sign-up page, we asked for a telephone number. And after the webinar, her job was to ring every single person to just thank them for attending and have a chat. Oh my God, people were just so pleased to have a conversation with her. And she felt amazing about it. It was like, it was like pulling teeth to pick the phone up and dial the number in. But when she pressed ring and she had spoke to this person, they're like, oh my God, it's you. Oh, how are you doing? Oh, that webinar was great. Thank you so much. Had a great, but ultimately it built a better relationship with them because they were now having this one-on-one conversation, and she made shitloads more sales as a result of it, right? This stuff is really powerful. It is the basics. We're all putting stuff out on social media, like hoping that someone's just going to buy something without us having to flip and talk to them. Like ideally, that would be great. But when you are at the beginning of running your business or the beginning of building that big fat audience that you're going to have one day, you've got to be loud. You've got to show up. You've got to get out there and have these conversations and start talking to people. So messaging, let's simplify it. Let's break it down into 3 steps. You're going to create a message that you're going to send to the people in your contacts. And it's going to be, the aim of the message is to get that person on the phone for a conversation. But we're going to keep this really human. And just to break it down, we're going to break this into 3 steps: the hook, the value, and the ask. Now, the hook is starting with something personal. You want this to be personal outreach. We glance at messages and we put our phone back down. If the message looks like spam, or it looks like an automated message, or it looks like a robot wrote it, we don't read it. We just put it back down, unless it's from the GP surgery about blood results, right? Or something like that. It's different. But if like that, we want to hook them in like 2 seconds by making it sound like a personalized message that is for them, not one that we have copy and pasted and sent out to 500 people. Okay. I'm really bad. I ignore them. I had an old friend reach out and ask me for a testimonial, and do you know what? I ignored it. Do you know why? Because it was a ChatGPT generated long testimonial message, and I thought to myself, do you know what, hun? You could do better than that. I'm not even going to reply. That is so mean. I can't believe I did that. But I did that because it was just like, there's no effort. You're asking me to create effort, but you're not putting any effort in yourself. We need to create personal messages. It's really important, or at least they need to look personal, okay? Make that person feel valued in the first sentence of your message. And then talking of valued, that's step number 2. Show them how you can genuinely help, not just sell, but remember, you're solving a problem, okay? Not just pushing a product onto them. By the way, that weird Star Wars sound effect was the fact that my 15 minutes is up. So I'm going to wrap after step number 3, which is the ask. You're going to invite them to either jump on a call with you or download a resource that you've got for them, sign up for a lead magnet, or even a suggestion to collaborate together. Whatever that looks like, depending on the person and depending what you're trying to achieve from the conversations. Now, I want you to go and grab that link, download that workbook, because there are examples of how to craft this messages. There are those steps, there are examples of messages, and there are just things to get you started with reaching out to your contacts so that you can start these conversations and get them converting into clients. And also, there are tips on overcoming the fear of selling to people in your network, because that's so common. If you're like, oh, I feel really icky about selling to people, you are not alone. Like, we all feel like that at the beginning, and actually in the middle as well, and sometimes in the end too. So it's completely normal, don't worry. But go grab that workbook, because it will really help you to start putting into practice the idea that reaching out to people is, well, the way to start conversations that turn into client cultivating sales conversations. But also, I have a challenge for you. Download the workbook, and if you are committed to just giving it a go and reaching out to 3 people, the hot ones, the ones you've got a relationship with already, the ones that know you, that you know them, that'll just feel comfortable to reach out and chat with them. Reach out to 3 people from your contact list this week. I want you to type in the comments or the chat, I'm committed. And you're going to say it in front of all the rebels, and they're going to see that you are committed, and we're going to hold you accountable to doing it. And yeah, Caroline, come back in. 3 people. Who is committed?
She's summoning me.
I'm
Caroline.
Caroline, where have you gone? I'm feeling lonely up here. Come back. Yeah, who's
brilliant.
committed? Who's going to do it? Julia's doing it. Anyone on the socials? Rafi's doing it. Mary's doing it. Love that. Love that. I mean, that's 9 conversations that otherwise wouldn't have happened this week. My work is done.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to take credit for all the work you've just done, but we as a collective have made 9 conversations happen. That's actually like quite amazing. It's all that ripple effect stuff, you know, like it's like woohoo. Woohoo. My influence is spreading far. Like that's great. You did a great job. Smashed it. Can I say we got like so many comments in the Zoom chat, like so many. Yeah, love that. So thank you, everyone. We also had one good question, which I think is really important to talk about. There was a bit of conversation about this in the Zoom chat. CRM or spreadsheet? Like, what's the difference?
Yes.
Yes. Let's talk about that for a second, because there's a few angles to come at. So yeah, CRM or spreadsheet. What's your take? What do you think, Cordelia?
CRM all the way. But I know that there are a million things that can get in the way of you taking action, right? You don't have a CRM set up right now. You haven't got a lead magnet. There's no landing page, or you don't have all those things set up. It's like, don't wait until you've got the automation set up before you start doing the manual stuff. That's the most powerful thing, which is just reaching out and connecting to people. So look, CRM/autoresponder, gold standard. If you can build an email list, you should started that yesterday. Absolutely. But it shouldn't stop you if you haven't got one. It shouldn't hold you back from having these conversations.
I'd also like to add, like, my understanding of the CRM has evolved, because I thought I had a CRM, but actually I just had an email marketing software. So we, Rebellious Business was over a 6-figure business without a CRM, technically. We had email marketing and email software, but what we've got now is more sophisticated. What does it stand for? CRM, customer relation. It's about managing
customer relationship management system.
Yeah, it's about managing customers. It's not just about like emails. So for a long time it was just we were just sending out like emails, and that was great. So
yeah, and you can track engagement, which is handy, but you just if I had used the CRM that we've got now back in 2020, I'd have been out of my depth. There was just too many bells and whistles I didn't need.
Yeah. And also we use spreadsheets still. Like we have spreadsheets even though we've got a CRM, because they do different jobs. So anyway, CRM spreadsheet. This spreadsheet is just really great for helping. Like it's kind of almost like brainstorming and tracking and collecting, right? Like you can see it all on a page. So I wanted to say like that just because we're offering a spreadsheet doesn't mean we're saying don't get a CRM. Definitely use a CRM. But I think this complements it, and also it enables you to start building towards a CRM if you haven't got all that in place. So Mary says you could do it on a spreadsheet. I've worked with corporates where teams still operate with their CRM on spreadsheets. Mark, thank you, Mark Lyons, customer relationship management. And Nikki Windsor, I used build CRMs. I used build CRM systems.
Used to?
Well, word for word, I used build CRM systems. Rafi, I'm sorry. I find I'm quite good at generating conversations and building relationships, but I don't track them very well. So I'm probably losing opportunities because I don't have a structure. So I think it is time to upgrade from Post-its and napkins to anything else. Oh, keep your business on a napkin. It says you shouldn't track your business on a napkin. Terrible advice. I personally like tracking with a spreadsheet, because I find that with the CRM, and we're going down a different rabbit hole, but I find with the CRM, it has limitations. It's got its own structure and setup. It wants to present to you what it prioritizes. So when you have a spreadsheet, you can customize that more. Okay, so that got a lot of engagement on Zoom, and also more on Facebook as well. We did get some increased views. So that's brilliant. Thank you very much, Cordelia. You can now go to bed. No, I'm joking. Mark, he's keen. He's like, would I lie to you? Oh, is that a bit of a little teaser for what's about to come? Because, as you all know, it is the fun part of the show. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. It's supposed to all be fun. But the funner part of the fun show, we are going to be doing Rebel in the Spotlight, which for those of you who don't know, I don't know why you don't know, where you've been. We've been doing this for weeks now. But we get one of the rebels from the Rebels Business Tribe and we put them in the spotlight against a panel of other rebels from the Rebels Business Tribe so that you guys can get to know our rebels, so that we can elevate them, we can share their resources and help you follow them. We really do want to elevate our rebels, help them find customers, and also bring, if you have value, if you're going to get value from what they're offering, then it's a great way to get to know them. So yes, we have Mr. John Denley as our reigning champion. Now I have lost. Oh no. Oh Lord, I've lost the thing. John, come forward. Cordelia, waffle button for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Thank
Hello,
you very
John.
much.
Where are you? John. Add spotlight. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
You reigning champion. Are you feeling nervous
Yes,
about
hello.
today? You're going to get
No,
taken off your podium, do you think?
We'll see. We'll see. I already know what Martin's going to say.
Yeah, we already know.
Yeah, we already know, but he's not in the panel, so it's fine.
Yeah,
No,
and we're going
he's still going to say it anyway.
Can we force mute Martin so he can't just jump forwards? It's always good to have him do like the voiceover. Okay.
I'm a mental health fitness coach.
Well, I was literally just about to say that because I now
Yes,
have
exactly.
your bio.
I was saving you some time.
Thank you very much. John took the waffle button, but John is a mental health fitness coach helping entrepreneurs find freedom from depression and anxiety and, with doctor's approval, off the meds. So by learning how to treat their mental health more like their physical health, but without needing to go to the gym. If you want to get started today, you can buy his new journal, Create Happy Thoughts, in 5 minutes a day, or download the free PDF at findyourfire.co.uk/create happy book. So that link is going to go all over the place right now. And John, thank you so much for sharing it with everyone as well. He did ages doing this. I remember he was going through it. He's put a lot of thought and care into it. Hello, Rafi. And Rafi's on the panel. We've got Rafi on the panel today, who is going to be putting John under the interrogation lamp. Right, Mrs. Oh, I haven't got it in here. Oh no.
Oh no, we're missing info.
Oh, we're missing info. Oh Lord. Let's get Nikki and Julia forwards whilst we get the missing info. Hi, Nikki. Welcome to Rebel in the Spotlight. You're a brand new panelist this week. You haven't done it before, have you? I'm excited. Oh, my dishwasher man's just turned up, so excuse me.
And a panel of ladies, which is awesome. It's really, really awesome. We are missing the wonderful pre-written bio for Rafi.
Rafi said she'll stick it in the chat.
Oh.
So I'm going to commence with Nikki's introduction for the time being. Nikki is a certified nutritionist and health coach who left the corporate world to live in the jungle, where she discovered the secrets to a healthy gut. Now she helps busy professionals overcome digestive issues and live vibrant, unrestricted lives. So you can grab her free ebook, Gut Healthy Living, and which is your starter guide to a happier gut at https:// it's thejunglegoddess.com/improve-gut-health. That link is going into the chats all over the place right now. So if you're looking to improve your digestive health, Nikki is the person you go to. And of course,
I'm registered for that.
Lovely.
Gut health. Also, I love that you read the link out and you included the word colon. That was great. Well done.
which has relevance, you know, it's all in the same area, isn't it? Colon.
Beautiful and marvelous Julia Tyra. Welcome.
Hello.
I need to introduce Rafi as well. So Julia,
you've got
nutrition and wellness coach. Also, she's doing Julia is a nutrition and wellness coach focusing on women's hormones and women's wellness. She helps women who are struggling with hormonal imbalances take back control of their bodies and lives, because hormonal shifts can leave you feeling exhausted, stuck with stubborn weight, in pain and emotionally drained, which is awful. I think we can all agree. With personalized nutrition and wellness strategies, you can regain energy, stabilize your mood, sleep better, and shed the stubborn weight, often within months. Her lead magnet, her lead is that if you would like to book a support call with Julia, the link is coming into the chat now, so that you can help restore your balance and vitality. And last but not least, you are going to go first, so I can say that with confidence. Rafi Mendoza is the founder of Co-Create. She offers one-to-one coaching and community membership, empowering creatives to put their work out in the world with no apology. No apology is capitalized in this bio. So that is obviously very important. You should be unapologetic, and you need to be seen and loved for your art. The website is co-create.space, and we have a 30-day journaling, clear your creative block 30-day journaling resource. I think that's what we just share all the links. There's a few. Which one do you think would be most valuable for us to share? The journaling? Yes. Okay. We have a 30-day let me read this again. Clear your creative block 30-day journaling, and we are going to be putting that link into all the chats now. Amazing. Thank you so much. And this is the panel of rebels who are going to be uncovering and trying to catch John out. So there's always a bit of confusion about this, because everyone's like, why? How does he win? He wins if he fools the rebels. So Jennifer has allocated him a truth or a lie. He is going to provide a statement, and that statement will either be true or false from Jennifer having recommended it. And the rebels have to question him and figure out whether he's telling the truth or not. Now, if he fools them into thinking he is telling the truth when he is actually lying, he wins. He stays on another week. If he fools them into thinking saying he's lying when he's telling the truth, they stay on another week. John stays on another week. However, if they see through whatever bluff he is playing, then the panel stays on another week, which we are hopeful for, because it's really hard finding 3 people, much harder than finding 1. So yes, that is the name of the game. The panelists are trying to see through John's bluff, whether it's true or false. So we're going to start by asking John what his statement is, and then we're going to ask him to elaborate. What I will say is we've been having some Googling lately. I'm unsure of this. We are virtual, so it's kind of okay. However, not sure. We might take away Googleability. John's like, oh, John's confident. Okay, you can Google then. Okay, John's done his research. This is why he's reigning champion. So John, what's your statement?
In the early 2000s, Prince Harry encouraged a girl to pour a pint of beer on my head.
Okay. In the early 2000s, Prince Harry convinced a girl to pour a pint on your head.
One thing I want to add in here before we hand over to the panel is that for all of you guys watching, I want you to get involved. I want you to think about what questions you've got for John and then drop them in the chat for 2 reasons. Number one, sometimes being on the panel is a little bit daunting to just come up with questions on the spot. So you're going to help our panelists. It's their first time on the panel. So give them some love and support by dropping questions that they could perhaps copy and use. But also at the end of this, we are going to turn to you guys and we are going to have a question from the audience. So panel, you've got 2 questions each, one at a time. Which one wants to go first?
I don't mind going first.
Go for it, Julia.
So my first question, John, is where were you? Who were you with? Can it be a multifaceted question? Is that okay? So yeah, where were you? Who were you? And who were you with? Sorry.
Oh yes, first John needs to elaborate
on the situation, which is fine. So that's good. She's taken your
Sorry,
stolen
that's
your
my
thunder,
fault.
Caroline.
That's my fault because I've missed that bit. Sorry.
Yes.
I've asked
You
Julia to
derailed
ask
the
the
conversation,
question.
but it's fine. So yeah, I was at a New Year's Eve party, which my ex-girlfriend had invited me to, somewhere in the Cotswolds, near Malmesbury. And yeah, that's who I was with and why I was there.
Just your girlfriend?
Well, obviously a whole bunch of other people as well. Yeah.
Oh, I like
Okay.
Julia's not happy. She's just your girlfriend, Hank. I like this. I like this.
Well,
Can I just say the Rebels absolutely smashed this last week as well. We had a guest and they did not pull punches. The guest was like, oh, okay. So right, I like it. Going in.
She was an ex-girlfriend. She wasn't actually my girlfriend at the time.
She was your ex-girlfriend at the time. I'm not going to ask the questions. Right.
6 or 7 years earlier. So.
Okay, Julia, would you like to interrogate John?
So, what sort of, so you were somewhere, so somewhere in the Cotswolds on New Year's Eve. So what sort of event? Was it an event? What sort of place were you at?
Yeah, it was just a New Year's Eve party at a pub in the Cotswolds. And I'd been invited by my ex-girlfriend, to elaborate on the previous comment. She's got a job as, she used to look after horses. And so she was working at the polo club, at which obviously the royals tended to play polo.
All right.
I thought the tonality there was that we were settling in for a good like few sentences, but no, okay. Be quite stingy on his answers today.
It is.
Who's going next?
Learned my lesson.
We've got to allocate. I'm going to say Nikki.
You said it was Prince Harry influenced your daughters.
A girl.
Oh, a girl. So was
I don't have any children.
Was this a direct request or was it influenced in another way?
Okay, good question. Well phrased. So it was midnight. We were all singing Auld Lang Syne and passing around a bottle of champagne. And the person on my left was drinking out of the bottle and I was waiting for it to be passed to me. And as I looked across, it was Prince Harry. And he took a slug out of the bottle, poured it on the head of the girl in front of me, and then passed me the bottle. I didn't think anything of it. She looked at me and said, "What do you think you're doing?" And I said, "It was him." And she went, "Yeah, right," and stormed off. About 10 minutes later, she came back with a pint of beer and poured it on my head. And wouldn't believe me that Prince Harry had started the whole thing.
Oh, I see.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Rafi, what have you got for John?
How did you feel emotionally when that happened?
Mark's that's a good comment from Mark there. Pranked by a prince.
Yeah, someone just dropped in the comments. Pranked by a prince. I love that.
I was irritated that he'd got away with it and nobody would believe it was him.
Oh, the injustice.
Yes. I don't like injustice.
Okay. Julia, back to you.
Ooh. Gosh. So after last week, my brain's thinking, because he was very tricky last week, but he made it very real and only gave us answers about his own experiences. So it made it sound really true. So it's been very tricky. So Mm. So who was Prince Harry with?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Ooh.
But I assume it was part of the polo crowd. I mean, thinking back on it, I assume the whole party was the Polo Club New Year's party. That would make sense.
Okay.
Nikki.
So after this girl tipped this on your head, did you have any future involvement with this person?
With the girl?
Yeah.
No, not at all. I have no idea who she was. Never found out. So, no.
Can I ask a question? I really want to ask a question.
Go on.
Okay, considering you're like 6'7",
Oh.
was she either a very tall girl or were you sitting down?
That's a fair question. I was standing up because we were all dancing. So I assume she must have been a tall girl then. Yeah.
Good question,
very high heels,
Cordelia.
very high. But of course, when you've got an arm.
Yeah, you've got long arms, haven't we? I guess.
And
I'm going to test
heels.
it. Next time we have a Rebel
heels.
meetup, I'm going to just see, would I be able to pour a drink over your head if
No
I
way.
so wanted to? Do I have the option in life?
I'm quite tall, and I remember meeting John and being like, wow.
He's quite tall.
I am quite tall, and I think I even wore heel. I think with heels I could do it.
Yeah.
Just for some context, we're not supposed to
I'm
be
fairly
involved.
certain the Cordelia could do it in a pair of heels.
We've muscled in. We've influenced the situation. So okay. Rafi.
Haven't actually got a question. Am I the only person left?
Yes. All on you, Rafi. Well, apart from the audience, we're going to have a question from the audience.
Why did your ex-girlfriend invite you to this party at the polo club?
Guess you'd have to ask her. That's quite interesting. You can do. Her
More
name is
like,
Pippa
why did you say yes? What's the like
on
why-
Facebook? Pippa's saddlebags. You can go and buy some saddlebags from her if you want. She loves making leather saddlebags.
No, we get to sell her services. Come on, answer the question.
I don't know, we were just good friends, and she knew I lived locally, so yeah. And she thought, come to a nice party. I suspect she maybe thought we might get back together again. There's an element of that. She did try several times to try and get us back together again. So I'm trying to remember actually if she was even at the party, because I have a horrible feeling she never actually turned up. I don't remember her being there, so that's weird.
Because you weren't there? No, I'm joking. I was just kidding.
Maybe.
Okay, have we got any questions? I'm trying to think. I'm actually trying to think myself. Like,
let me check socials. Jennifer, you
want
on
to think
the
of some
socials.
open. We want to think of some like open questions. Like, what was your experience of? Like, elaborate on. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really have anything to ask.
Okay, well, we've got a question from my favorite question, which is a rhetorical question, but it's my favorite, so I'm just going to share it anyway. Can we reenact this at a Rebel meetup? True or not? That was from Kieran. We've got a bit of banter going on in the chat because Ian is going along with that. He's saying that I would need to stand on a chair to get you, John. Okay, so what was your ex-girlfriend's connection to the polo club? That's from Mark Lyons.
Okay, well, I did actually answer that one. So,
sorry.
Yeah, I did actually answer that one. She was working at the polo club. She used to look after horses. Actually, it's one of the reasons we broke up, interestingly enough.
Because you couldn't ride a horse.
She always used to want me to go out and muck out the horses at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I said, no, I don't want to do that, thank you. Your horses, you look after the damn things.
Yeah, that's not okay. I wouldn't be
I've got
having
a question. Where were you staying? Were you staying with, like, because you're not from the Cotswolds, and it's somewhere random. Somewhere. Oh, you are. All right. So did you stay at home?
Well, at the time I was living in Cheltenham, I now live in Cirencester. So to answer Mark Chew's question, am I local to Weston? But yes, it's not far apart, not far away. I drove past it yesterday, actually, on Monday rather, on my way to Bristol.
Oh, perhaps that's why you thought of
didn't
this
answer
here
my
said
question,
story.
John. You're being evasive. Where'd you stay?
I drove home.
You drove home. Okay, fine.
Yeah. I don't typically drink very much.
Right, well,
This is hard.
it's time.
Can I ask another one?
I did have some of the champagne.
No, I don't think we can ask anymore. We've done 2 more questions.
Oh, okay, fine.
It's
and you
unfair.
added one as well.
We're getting unfair now. We've got to stick to the rules. We are now going to leave our beautiful panelists here for 2 minutes. I'm going to share a timer. So if you just look at my little square on the right or the left or top or bottom or wherever it is for you, ladies, you'll be able to see the countdown. You've got 2 minutes to decide between yourselves and come up with a unanimous decision, okay, as to whether you think John is lying or he is indeed telling the truth. So I'll pause that. Hang on. I'll kick it. Oh, Caroline, can you remove spotlights? And I'll start the thing. Right. On your marks. Get set. Go.
Right.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Well, I think he's very tricky. He's very good because he only tells you things about his experience. So it's real in his head, but the actual thing didn't happen or it happened to somebody else. I think he's lying because I think that situation may have happened, but he either saw it and it wasn't him, or it could have happened. It happened to somebody else. That is my thought.
Yeah, it's that element of truth, his girlfriend being involved, ex-girlfriend. It could have happened at another time to someone else.
And it's a bit like last week. He did I can't remember who it was, some famous person. And it was her house, but it was the housekeeper and he never actually met the person. I think it's a similar thing that he either was at that at the polo club, because the Royals go to the Windsor Polo Club. I know that much. But Harry probably wouldn't want to party with his dad on New Year's Eve, I'm assuming. So it's quite possible that he was somewhere else, but perhaps he saw it happen, but it didn't happen to him. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Follow that logic because, like, emotionally irritated is a bit mild if that actually what happened to him.
Yeah.
But I think it happened, just maybe not to him, because the emotional kind of attachment and not remembering if your ex-girlfriend was there when she's on. Like, if something that memorable happened, remember all the details around it. So, and I think he just wasn't as emotionally invested.
Yeah.
So agreed, he's lying.
Yeah, we're agreed.
Right. Okay.
Alrighty then. We have a unanimous decision. Let's pull him in. Hang on. Before you say anything, in fact, I'm not even going to pull him in because I don't want to see his facial expression yet. Not yet, because I want to we need a drum roll. Hang on. Oh no, that's the wrong app. Bear with. Caroline, waffle button, please.
I don't know what to waffle with. Okay, guys, so we're a unanimous decision. We think just confirm for us.
You think he's lying?
We think he's lying. We think he's lying. Cordelia?
We think he's lying. He's hiding his face, look.
Right, adding him in. And wait, John, 1 second. Is it true or is it false?
Fact, very true.
Oh no! Oh no!
Annoyingly, that means I win again.
That does mean you win again.
Yeah.
Goodness.
You're doing good.
Thank you, girls.
I was convinced he was lying because he was very good last week, and I just went on the fact that he'll make it as true to reality as possible, but it wouldn't actually have happened to him.
Well
done, John.
I swear I've heard that story before.
Yeah, you have.
I have. Where? You told me the story.
I've probably told you, yeah.
Yeah.
I've told a few people, to be fair.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was a new
told a few people,
story.
actually. So, say again.
I didn't feel like it was a new story. I feel like I knew it before as well. Well, how did she get it on your head?
Yeah.
Literally just walked up to me and poured it. I don't know how it happened. It just, I wasn't expecting it because she like stormed off in a huff, and I thought, oh, okay, well, whatever, that's annoying. I didn't get a chance to talk to her. And then about 5 minutes later, she came back with a pint of beer and just stormed up to me and just went splash. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that is very rude. Well, okay.
Yeah. Well, but to be fair, if I had poured the champagne on her head, I would have expected it back. To be fair, that's kind of fair. But it wasn't me that did it. That was the difference. So. It's interesting. Nobody asked about the other questions that would have fooled me because I didn't bother doing any research on this one because obviously it was true.
I reckon.
Which polo club was he at? Couldn't remember that. Couldn't remember the pub, the name pub that we're at. I tried looking it up, but I couldn't figure it out. And then the year I thought would trip people up as well because that was the time when he was dabbling with drugs.
Where's Cordelia gone?
Or in
He did disappear upstairs a few times.
I think we've lost Cordelia. Right. Well, it's just me closing the show today. I think next week I might get you to submit what your experience is in advance, or your statement in advance, and then we can have questions for you that are planned and thought out. It's just an idea. Might be worth doing. Anyway, Rebels, I'm really sorry. Like, we've got the trickster on the stand here. He's
actually,
really.
I don't think I can do it next week.
Oh.
Well,
we'll sort this out after the show, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, panel. So. All right, panel. Thank you. I'm sorry, we won't be seeing you next week. But you did great. Thank you so much, everyone. If you're interested in working with any of our rebels, or if you feel like their resources could help you out, make sure you check out their links. Like, there's some really awesome stuff available for you guys. So make sure you do check out their links. Don't forget to download the workbook to turn contacts into clients, which includes some outreach messages, also includes the spreadsheet to track and categorize your leads. And we will see you next week on the Rebellious Business Show. Thank you so much.